Hare Krishna. Why did the Pandavas uh, not counter the Kauravas' atrocities, such as the poisoning of Bhima or the burning or the attempt to burn them alive in Varnavath? Why did they only counter after Draupadi was dishonored? Answer: this indicates many things. Firstly, Yudhishthir, although he was Kshatriya, he was more of a Brahmanically oriented Kshatriya, and that's why he did not want he did not want to provoke confrontation. So initially, when Bhima was poisoned, at that time, Yudhishthir thought, and he said that although Kunti was their mother, Yudhishthir was he was the eldest among the brothers, and he was already known to be virtuous and mature. So he told his brothers and his mother that, let us not report this incident, because who knows whether we will be believed or not. Even if we are not believed, who will actually believe that just a boy can hatch a scheme to kill his cousin like this by poisoning him? And even if some people believe us, if some people don't believe us, then there'll be a whole rift, schism in the whole Kuru dynasty, and especially because so many people are, so Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra are in power more or less. How much support they were just new at that time in the kingdom, how much support they would get, they did not know, and basically they don't want to create a schism in the Kuru dynasty. So Duryodhana, Yudhishthira asked them to lie low, and Bhima and the other Pandavas agreed. Although Bhima was angry, but he agreed. Then after they were burnt in they attempted to be burned in the Varnavath forest, that time also Yudhishthir actually figured it out before only. If Varnavath was supposed to be such a good festival, then why did Dhritarashtra want them to go and not his own sons to go? So the reason was clear, that he wanted them to actually be, there must be some scheme to send them away and then do them away. So therefore what he did was, he when the attempt was to be made to burn them, then they decided to escape beforehand and burn the house themselves, so that it would appear as if they had perished over there. So at that time also, because they at that time were just basically orphans, they did not have a father, and although the Kuru elders were affectionate towards them, but whether they would stand up against the Dhritarashtra Duryodhana duo, that was unclear. So they laid low even at that time. Then eventually, when they got the hand of Draupadi, now it was not just their own safety and livelihood that was concerned. They had to take care of their wife Draupadi also. And then because they were allied with Drupada, they did not directly lay claim. They did not demand anything. So at that time, Drupada just sent a messenger that now the Pandu's sons are here with me. And then at that time, Bhishma went to Dhritarashtra and told him that the disgrace that we encountered when the Pandavas were suspected to be burned, the citizens are blaming us, and I felt afraid to show my face to the citizens. Now at least now that by God's grace that they have survived, that please get them back and give them a fair share of the kingdom, by which you can get back some lost respect. So then Dhritarashtra realized the truth of his words, and although he did not want to give the kingdom, any part of the kingdom, he gave them half of the kingdom, which was the barren half, the Khandaprastha. The Pandavas made it into Indraprastha by Krishna's mercy, very prosperous. But thereafter, in the gambling match, when the Pandavas, all their positions were taken away, when Draupadi was so grievously dishonored by being called a prostitute, by being attempted to be disrobed, then the Pandavas, through Duryodhana's actions, he clearly showed that he had no intention of ever curbing his malevolence. His atrocities would become worse and worse and worse. So the Pandavas adopted a strategy of non-confrontation in order to avoid a conflagration from happening. But when Duryodhana dishonored their wife, and he made it clear by that action, not only was that a grievous, outrageous dishonor, no honorable man will endure such a dishonor against his wife, but more important than that, what Duryodhana's action showed was that there was no limit to which he would not stoop. in his evil intent to try to put the Pandavas down, to even bury them alive if he could. So then at that time, the Pandavas realized that they had to stand up. And then, even after that, even after serving the forest exile sentence, they did not immediately provoke confrontation. But when Duryodhana rebuffed even Krishna's peace proposal of just 5 villages, and not only that, he dishonored Krishna also by trying to have him arrested, then the Pandavas decided enough is enough. And then they decided to fight the war. So the point here is that there should always be attempt to resolve issue by non-confrontational means, but to allow a atrocious person to get away with atrocities often means that that person becomes more and more atrocious, and allowing such an atrocious ruler to stay in power may well end up being subjecting not only oneself to atrocity, but subjecting many others to the atrocity of the person who has got away with so many atrocities in the past. And that's why the Pandavas countered, and they fought the war, and they destroyed Duryodhana in that war and his evil agents. Thank you.